Here are some team information sheets and project summary. Also, here is a model of our project that you will understand. Okay. Just kidding. So yeah, it looks like we are ready.
This patient has third and fourth degree burns on his right forearm. He's in a thermal blanket and is not walking.
Okay, thanks. Sounds like good for me.
Let's pause this scene. Click. A good kid tried to help Dad out with the grill. Next thing you know, his arm is covered in deep third-degree burns. A few moments ago, he arrived at the hospital and is now undergoing the painful procedure of debriding and will be prepared for future grafting. He will undergo multiple surgeries as his body continues to grow. This is a classic burn recovery story, but with regenerative medicine, all of that goes away. With specifically self-spraying, all that goes away. With regenerative medicine and this technology, his wound will regenerate the missing tissue and it will be truly healed. Not patched, not grafted, not scarred, but completely healed. Let's resume this scene. Quick.
Lisa, here. Next. Excuse me, is this the new unit at the hospital order?
Yes, it's the LSR.
LSR?
Limb surface regenerator. it's for treating 3rd and 4th degree burns on limbs.
We just got an inpatient with 3rd and 4th degree burns on his right forearm. How long will it take to set up?
Normally about 10 minutes, but I heard he was coming in, so I already had it set up.
Great, he's in room 302 with Dr. Rosenfeld.
Okay, I'll get there right away. Hi, Dr. Rosenfeld. Position his arm to LSR. How to help you take care of rest? Yeah, go ahead and scan his arm. Thank you.
And now we check back 3 months later when the wound is healed.
Here, let's take this. Let's have a look at that. I'll help you get the pressure cuffs on.
How does your new skin feel?
It's tender and a little sensitive, but it feels great.
Well, it is new tissue after all.
It should start to feel a little more normal after a couple of weeks. The LSR sure does work.
And that wraps up our skit. Now for stats and further details.
In the time we were with you, 12 Americans will be hospitalized for burn-related injuries. In mid-November, we met with Tony Gonzalez, a burn survivor who had over 90% of his body covered in deep third-degree burns. The doctor said he had a 3% chance to live. He loved the LSR concept and the idea of having his body fully healed as opposed to the multiple skin grafts and surgeries which he endures to this day. With conventional burn treatment to help prevent against infection while the donor side is being prepared, artificial or cadaver skin must be applied immediately. This artificial skin will only last a few days, depending on how long it takes for the body to reject it, and then the painful process must be repeated. With LSR regenerative tissue, none of that is necessary. It's brand new skin.
Our skin is large, only at 6 pounds. It controls the temperatures, protects against infections, and allows us a sense of strength. It is a highly elastic barrier between the outside world and the internal body system.
A problem with current burn treatment is scarring. The body creates an overexpression of collagen, which is less elastic, creating a contracture scar, which is tight and easily torn. Imagine all of that going away with LSR regenerative medicine. The implications of using a patient's own cells and instructing them to recreate missing or injured tissue is staggering.
With the LSR, limb surface regenerator, the wounded tissue isn't just patched or repaired. It's restored to its original state. It's as if it was never injured. Thank you. May we answer any questions?
I have 2 questions.
Okay.
What's a 4th degree burn?
A 4th degree burn?
Well,
If I can answer this one, Matt?
oh sure, go ahead.
It's when the epidermis, the dermis, and the first 2 layers of skin, and the 3rd layer of skin, the hypodermis, are all burned through, and actually the tissue underneath is damaged from the burn.
Okay. And how's it different from, I thought that was a 3rd degree burn.
Well, it can destroy the underlying tissue. 3rd degree burn is just when it really burns through the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd degree, 3rd layers, but it doesn't necessarily damage or destroy underlying tissue.
Oh, okay. My other question is, how does this thing actually work?
Okay, does anybody else want to answer this? Or?
Why don't you start?
Okay, So what this basically is a cellular printer. It prints two different materials, extracellular matrix and skin cells. I will get to what those are, the extracellular matrices, later, but basically this thing is housed inside of what is called a bioreactor. It basically creates an environment that allows the body to heal easily. So it will speed up growth, and it will also filter out germs and other pollutants. But what the extracellular matrix is basically the supply grid of your body. It's hard for your body to create this, but it's not hard for it to create cells. So by printing this down underneath the layers where the skin is, so you make up to the layers of the skin, it will make it easy for the body to recreate that tissue, and the body will also automatically know what to put there. Then when the skin is put down, put inside the bioreactor, and the nutrient liquid is filled up, which is basically just water with some glucose and protein, it will be able to heal within approximate time of about a month or two.
The other thing is, this right here is a circular scanner. Circular. It's got it would have three heads on it. One is an extracellular matrix printing head. Another is the skin printing head, and then it also has a scanner. So what this does is it rides along a train, trolley, so that it will be able to cover the whole area, and then those heads can turn all the way around the inside of that machine, or the inside of that second trolley, so that it will be able to get any angle and scan the entire arm over and find the depth, so that it can create not just skin all the way down. If you look at my arm, say it was jagged and it was in and out, well, what it would do is it would print onto the layers according to the height. Yeah, make it level.
For a child that hasn't been born yet, that child has the ability to regrow a limb if somehow it gets lost. For a child that is not 5 years old, that child is able to regrow a finger. What this device does is allows the body to regain that ability and regenerate what was lost during in this case, a burn.
You talked about someone that you met that was covered 90% of their body and they could
97.
It's a matter of
fully regenerate, but this is only for limbs, right? So what about the rest of the body?
Well,
This isn't for that. It's for
well, see, even though it is possible to make one for the rest of the body, that actually, believe it or not, is one of the smallest issues, which is this amount. Grafts will normally do for this, which unfortunately aren't perfect, but have to be used at this point. The advantage of this is that the arms and limbs, when limbs are damaged, the collagen is laid down differently. Instead of being a weave, it's laid down in lines. So it's extremely hard, and so you can't bend it without it tearing. This increases mobility, and it makes it to the normal state before you were ever injured.
Just as another answer to that question, if this technology was advanced more and more work was done on it, then yes, it will be a full body or just like a maybe a shoulder or a torso one. But this particular version of this technology, only works on limbs.
Is this an existing piece of technology, or
No.
where are we in the development of this?
Well, we have all the technology already. It basically needs to be put together, and it needs to be put into production. But all the technology exists right now. It can easily the manufacturing of it can easily be put together in a year or two.
We have a man in our project binder, actually, if you don't mind. No, that's past. He is, over here, we have a man named George Gerlach. What he has done is he has created a thing kind of like this. He sprays down skin cells, and then what he does is place a bioreactor over it, and what that does is it allows for the skin to regrow, but you don't get anything underneath if there's burned tissue or anything. And that can be placed anywhere on the body, however that will take longer, and it also doesn't protect against infection. This thing, since it's enclosed, this barrier would blow up around the arm.
There'd be two.
And, yeah, two of them actually would blow up around the arm, and it would protect any infection in getting into that area. The other thing is, if you notice a person, even if they're burned, the two biggest areas that they want to cover, have normal again, is face and limbs. it's it's hard for them to see their face and realize how burned up it is. But at the same time, they want to be able to grab something. Say they want to reach out for that water bottle. Look at man we talked to, Tony Gonzalez. He would sometimes miss the water bottle because his fingers and his arm, he'd have to move his whole body just to get it.
And also, he would have some of his fingers.
Yeah.
Something else about Mr. Tony Gonzalez, because of the grafting and so much of his body is burned, there was not very much of his original skin to graft. So for that reason, he has a lot of artificial skin all over his body. And since artificial skin does not naturally hold or retain water, he has to put on continual lotions to make sure that it's able to be stretched, that it can stretch when he moves his arms. Otherwise, it'll crack and he has to get all grafted over again.
It'll get teared open when he's moving.
Well, I think that we gotta let you guys go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for judging. I can't shoot
I know.
There you go.
Thank you for judging.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, close on
Thank you all.
Thanks,
Thank you
All
for
right.
judging.
Good luck.
Thanks for coming again.
Thank you for judging.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And thank you for judging all the people who can't reach the fire.